Hey, welcome back everyone. So in this one I'm going to draw a spawn for you and just adding some more to the old sketchbook. And I'm thinking about trying to carry this on for 30 days. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm going to do my best, and maybe if nothing else I'll just do, at the very least a couple times a week for a while just to see what happens. But these are all going to be real basic sketches, rather quick, uh, stuff I like to warm up with, and I find maybe a little bit easier to draw. Like obviously a profile shot of Spawn, pretty darn easy, right? Not a bunch of facial features to worry about. You can really stylize a character like this as much as you want, or as little. It's up to you. It's just an easy character. And then also there's that idea of how many times have you drawn a particular character, and I've drawn this character, and I've got to be into the high hundreds, if not low thousands at this point. I mean, I've drawn them a lot over the years, but it's so there's that comfort zone of that, and yeah, it's a great way to warm up with fan favorites. Like I love drawing Spidey, Spawn, all the S characters, I guess, the ones that start with S. But yeah, he's a cool character to draw, and again, super easy because of the shapes. I actually kind of forgot what the masks look like from this angle, and I think I still got it wrong. You can check it out here in a bit, but other than that, it's I think the challenge itself will be nice. Like I always find myself fall away from traditional art for a while, mainly because the digital stuff allows me to share so much more easily with you guys here on YouTube, and it's just you get used to those edits where you can crop something, move something, all that. But nothing feels better than drawing on paper. Just I don't care what screen protector you get, if it's the Apple Pencil, Wacom. I haven't used like the new type of Cintiqs, but even the Cintiq I had, or have I should say, I've still got it to work a little bit here and there intermittently, but it just doesn't have that feeling. Nothing has that feeling. No matter what tip you put in the pen, drawing on paper just feels right. It feels good. It feels relaxing. It really is unbeatable. Like in a perfect world, what I probably should be doing, or in my perfect world, I guess, is I probably should be drawing everything on paper, very small, very loose, and then bringing it maybe into various apps to tighten up, but then trying to retain that traditional look to the end result to the best of my ability. The one thing I can't seem to ever come close to is coloring. So yeah, but as far as the drawing process, this just feels right. I absolutely love drawing on paper, and so I'm hoping that like if I do this, full 30 days, or who knows, maybe go past that, but it might be this like revitalization to my process to remember why it's so important to draw on paper. And there's certain things that for years and years of practice on digital, I just can't draw certain things as well digitally, even to this day. So I have like this big blown up shot of one of the pages from my Blackstone comic up on the wall, like a large scale. I did it as a banner stand when I was doing my shows. And I walked by it, and still to this point, 10 years later, I'm like, wow, there's certain things I was doing better there in pencil. And I think it's just part of the magic of pencils, where there's just something that you get there that you can't capture, at least I can't, on a digital screen. I don't get me wrong, I think I do a pretty good job on digital artwork, and I love digital, and I'm not just going to not do it. It's just one of those things where I think it's about balance. And then there's artists that I see that take it to a whole nother level, and their digital is just stunning. But then I often wonder, are they having that same feeling where when they draw on paper, they connect in a different way, or they see something about their work that's unmatchable, unparalleled to the other medium or way of creating. So yeah, it's just interesting. Like, and comment below. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Like, are there certain things that keep pulling you back to digital, and likewise to traditional, and that no matter how hard you try, you can't bridge the gap in certain areas? So for me, I would say it's probably just first and foremost the creativity is more prevalent traditionally. Something about drawing on paper is more stimulating creatively. And you can kind of feel it. Like you feel, again, and I shouldn't say you, I'm saying me when I say that. I kind of feel that I just enter into a little bit more of an ebb and flow more easily. And but I would have to say for digital, there's no comparison to the end result that I can get, because as I take something to inks and colors, all my best pieces are digital, I would say then. But do they lack a little bit of that creative energy that I could be getting from the initial pencils? And then, like I've mentioned 100 times on the channel, and we all know, the big one is just having the original art, filling up sketch pads that you can flip back through and gain this like perspective and this sense of nostalgia. Sure, you can create a digital counterpart to that. It's a lot more work, or it's a lot more organization, I guess, but it's nothing beats a sketchbook. You should, obviously, if you're an artist, I'm sure you got a bunch of sketchbooks, and finding that balance to add to those and keep adding these little doodles, these sketches, these things that you can kind of mark in time. I need to get back to dating them all. I got away from that. I used to date every single thing in my sketchbooks, and I kind of felt like maybe I was overdoing that, but now looking back, I'm like, no, date everything. I mean, right down to the day. I mean, sometimes I think it's even cool to like do a sketch and then write what you were feeling, what you experienced, what you learned during that area of your life. It's hard to look back, and it's next to impossible, again, for me to look back and remember certain things. I get glimpses of that when I look through my sketchbook, and I get that nostalgic hit, and those memories kind of flash back. But nothing beats like some notes. Like I love grabbing old photos, and somebody was smart enough to you flip it over, and they wrote like where you were, what like maybe what kind of trip it was, like just more details. You like appreciate that, It's just I don't know. I do anyways. Maybe it's because my memory's so flipping horrible, but yeah. So make little notes here and there. Keep a journal. That's always pretty cool. If you can again remember to log into that sucker. But this was just a quick one. It's obviously real time, and that's why it's what is this, 10 or 11 minute process on this one. But yeah, it's always fun to do, and I don't know what I don't know what this will turn into. Like if this is going to be an ongoing thing for YouTube, I don't know. Like I thought about just doing some and not even narrating, just putting music. If I keep the sketches small and quick, I can still give them to you guys in real time, because I know there was some requests on that. But I'll probably be mixing in some time lapse, especially if it's something I end up going a little bit overboard on. No one's going to want to sit here and watch an 8-hour video of me drawing a character, and that's usually what it comes out to. Like when I draw full shots, I'm usually more like I start getting into the 8-hour range, especially, page. Probably takes me 8 to 15 hours to draw. It blows my mind how some of these artists get so fast, and with even more detail than I put in my work. Like it's just like, what is going on in their brain box? Like, how many carbs are you eating? What are you fueling that brain of yours? But yeah, maybe I need to go back to eating candy bars. Maybe that's the secret. More candy bars. I mean, our brains run on glucose, right? So just give them a bunch of Reese's, because that's my fuel of choice. And I totally quit eating those. It's really kind of sad. All right, enough of my problems. But yeah, and I would explain some on this, but it's pretty basic. A profile shot's always easier, and that's why I kind of love them as warm-up ones. Sorry, I got my big fat hand in the way. Some gnarly hairs there. I gotta trim my hand hairs apparently. But like I moved the page, so I'm trying to get used to this setup, and essentially, since I have the camera slightly above and at a slight angle kicking down, then I need to draw to the center of the sketch pad, and that angle benefits me. But what I did is I started drawing to the right of the sketch pad, as you can see, And so what did it do? It forced me to like lean my hand over. So sorry about that. I'm almost done. Get out of there. No, a little more. Yeah, my bad. But I'm learning, folks, and they'll only get better from here. So each time, hopefully, I'll learn something new and improve and all that good stuff. But like I said in other videos, let me know what characters you want to see. Let me know even like angles and stuff. Like, hey, could you draw one at a steep angle or doing this or this kind of lighting? Again, all this food for thought. You guys like give me focus and direction, and that's why I really appreciate the channel. It's motivating for me. It gives me an outlet, obviously. You know, as I always tell people, I don't draw comics for any big company. You know, I don't draw them at all for a company. I just draw them for you guys here on YouTube. So I just want to say sincerely thank you for allowing me to like do this for this long. You've actually given me like this feeling that I draw comics for a living. Yeah, I teach this stuff through course content and lessons on Skillshare and all that good stuff, but YouTube is where you guys allow me to like draw this stuff and basically, again, give me that outlet to feel like I'm truly a comic artist. So thanks so much for watching. More on the way soon, and bye for now.